All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And we're going to do a little bit different of a video today. I have not seen this yet. So this came out yesterday. I saw a bunch of screenshots. I saw a bunch of different comments. We're going to go through this video and see what everybody's so excited about. This is I think this is the Markarth reveal. There's a new mythics item set that I want to talk about. A couple of the new gear sets I kind of want to talk about. A lot of quality of life changes that I've seen that I'm actually pretty excited about. This video is going to be a little bit longer. We're just going to go through everything. We're just going to comment as we go. So let's dive into it.
We've got a lot going on to keep you busy in Tamriel. Oh, one last thing. It wouldn't be an ESO stream without us giving away an in-game item. So, for everyone watching live, you'll be able to claim a purple torchbug pet for free.
Oh, shoot.
Now sit back and enjoy as we head back to Skyrim for more adventures together.
I don't get a purple torchbug.
Nice shirt, Matt. Hi, I'm Rich Lambert, Creative Director at ZeniMax Online Studios. Welcome to my home. Before we dive in, I want to take a moment to personally thank the ESO community. You've made Tamriel your home away from home, and during these challenging times, we're seeing more and more of you playing the game, both new and returning players. That means so much to all of us here at ZOS, as you are the ones that make ESO what it is today. Our year-long journey through the dark heart of Skyrim began back in February with the Harrowstorm DLC. Since then, we've released 2 additional updates to the story in Greymoor and Stonethorn. These content drops have taken you to one of the most beloved locations in Tamriel, which is Western Skyrim, and are set almost 1,000 years before the events of Elder Scrolls V. Millions of you have already descended into this dark tale of vampires and werewolves, and we can't wait for you to experience the epic conclusion. The ESO Markarth DLC releases November 2nd on PC, Mac, and Stadia, and November 10th on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But before we dive deeper into Markarth, let's take a quick look back at some of the highlights from this past year and how we got to where we are. How the Dark Heart of Skyrim,
Dragon Guard,
thick tone.
way down there, and we're finding out.
All right, I don't care about where we have been. Let's see where what they were talking about.
Progression towards unlocking all these goodies, but you will.
The Fininator. Very special event.
DLC is coming out.
And all these screenshots that you're seeing right now are from the Markarth DLC. They're really pretty, huh?
Oh, you mean this one? There we go. And this one? Rich also mentioned
House get ready.
Yes,
so,
there is.
For Vadashrands, I could show you where on the map. This is the map of the Reach. Hex
Hag Ravens.
Hex Den, which is Reachmen have oftentimes been depicted as guys. As you're gonna see right now, they're not.
We gotta find it. We gotta find the interesting stuff.
We actually didn't want to kill people just flat out for that, so we actually.
This is a big area, though.
But you can see kind of his arena space.
Look how big that is.
If you jump in the pool of water, everyone wants you to really.
Arena, they're just going to get more and more difficult. So you can get.
And you're doing it by yourself.
You're going to have access to this for a limited time. These are like halfway moves. Vadashran's Hollows, or Vadashran is a brimstone orb.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, this area is huge. There we go. Here we go.
I've used it for people that, and I will here.
All right.
To see this.
Push them in.
So this is going to hold on. Let me do the items first so that we can see what this is. Now,
let's check out the items.
It's going to be the same bags you would get on PTS when you make a character. So the helmet, there's a explosive rebuke.
Explosive rebuke, stamina, health, weapon and spell damage. When you successfully block, you place a bomb on the enemy for 10 seconds. When they're hit with a fully charged heavy attack, the bomb detonates, dealing 23,000 flame damage to all enemies within 8 meters. This effect can occur once every 8 seconds. That's crazy. It looks really good. It's okay, so it's max stam, max health, weapon and spell damage, and then it does flame damage. So I mean, the way it's set up, when you successfully block an attack, you place a bomb on that enemy for 10 seconds. So if you block an attack, you put a bomb on them. We'll have to see how visual that bomb is, but you should be able to backbar this set. So now they have a back bar proc set, which is very unique. There's not too many good back bar proc sets, and this is AoE 23,000 damage that I'm sure is buffed by Malakath. So we're talking just under 30k flame damage. Well, when I first saw this set, I was like, this is Mag DK. Now this is all coming out on Monday, tomorrow, from when I release this video, so we will go through all of it, but on paper this looks like a pretty solid set.
Let's see, that's Explosive Rebuke. There's Pestilent Host.
So this is the medium armor set. Physical pen, max stamina, weapon damage, physical pen. It says it does 141,000 damage. Keep in mind that he's in he's in the editor thing, so this number isn't what it's going to be. There's no way they're going to release a set that does 141,000 damage over 10 seconds. Like, that's just not going to happen. So this is going to be a lot lower. My guess is it's going to be somewhere in the 15 to 20k range over 10 seconds, like the other sets are, maybe 25. But what's interesting about this set is it's 2 lines of physical pen. So this actually is a sneaky, powerful set before the proc. So you got 1487 physical pen, 1096 max stamina, 129 weapon damage, and the 5-piece physical pen. So you get physical pen on the 2 and 5 piece. So it's doubling down as 3000 pen, 129 spell damage, and 1000 max stamina. That's almost as good as like Spriggan's. So before the proc even goes off, we're talking about a pretty solid damage set. So this set is not proc reliant on like other sets are.
And there's
Hex Siphoner. Magicka spell damage, spell crit, spell damage. Okay, so we got spell damage for the 5-piece on this one as well. Whenever you bash an enemy, you release a cone of hexing energy in front of you. Each enemy hit increases your spell damage by 88 for 8 seconds. Up to a maximum of 6 enemies. So roughly 90 times 6. 540. So it's roughly like 530 spell damage plus the 170. So we're talking about this can be up to 700 spell damage every 8 seconds when you bash an enemy. Now, so this is a light armor set, and this is proccing off a bash, which makes it very weird. Because, mag builds don't bash a whole lot, so this is going to be interesting. Like, the buff is powerful. You look at it, like, people are looking at this and they're like, oh, it's only 540 every 8 seconds, and that's if you hit 6 enemies, but keep in mind it has that 171 base spell as well. So this is going to be a very high damage set. I just don't know how you're going to incorporate it. Whenever you successfully interrupt a target, you restore 1000 magicka. Wow. This is very, very unique. Like, very unique. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's going to be tough to use. Like, you really need some stam sustain in order to pull this off, I think, or reduce bash cost or whatever. But it's enough spell damage to make it work, and just a quick tangent. I'm going to do a video on this, but when you're looking at the strength of sets and trying to figure out if something's worth running, it has to be powerful in some way. It has to give you a lot of something, whether it's recovery, defense, sustain. Like your open world 1vx build is typically a pretty balanced build. Like, you have to have some sort of recovery, you have to have damage, you have to have a lot of survival, whether it's healing, damage mitigation, or whatever. And basically, like, you want to get the best of all worlds, and in order to do that, you need powerful sets to fit into there. Now, what is a powerful set? Well, it's sets compared to what other sets give. Now, there's a lot of mag sets out there that are giving like 500-ish spell damage. This one's closing in on 700. So this one is quite a bit more spell damage that can proc every 8 seconds. So, like I said, I'm not saying that this is a great set, but it's giving you so much, it's worth at least looking at, compared to other sets like Burning Spellweave. This is just more spell damage than those. And yes, it's got a weird proc condition. Yes, I don't know if you can actually fit it, but it's worth trying to see if you can.
Sash. So these things are going to do different things, and I will let people that want to take screenshots of this stream and
I'm sure they will. I'm
will
sure they
accept how good those are or not. This is the great sword. It's built off.
All right, this is unique too. Okay, so they have a new arena. So this is a new arena set. This is a 2-piece While momentum is active, casting stamina abilities generate a stack of frenzied momentum for 10 seconds, up to 5 times. Upon reaching max stacks, your next heavy attack will consume all stacks and release a violent explosion of energy around you, dealing 19,028 physical damage to all enemies within 8 meters. So you're already looking, and this is very unique because literally, I mean, okay. While you have momentum up, which for all stamina classes will be all the time, you know, you should have rally up or forward momentum up all the time. Momentum is the base morph. Anytime you use an ability that costs stamina, you will activate this. So if you look at a stamina Nightblade, you proc your spectral bow, that costs stamina. You hit a surprise attack, that costs stamina. You know, executioner, that's stamina. So literally like every other weave, your heavy attack will do this. And so it's going to be very, very interesting. Like you get an off balance stun with a D swing, and then you do a heavy attack, you know, a heavy attack knockdown. Your heavy attack already does a ton of damage, and then you're going to do 19,000 damage with the knockdown on top of it. And it's AoE. This is very interesting. Yeah. There's not much else I can say about it. I mean, it's a big proc. It's an easy proc condition. It's going to be a powerful set.
Momentum. It's got a lot of uses for people that use rally or momentum a lot. It's pretty.
This is going to be that's going to be a powerful PvP set. I haven't seen this one yet. Casting weakness to elements on a target within 15 meters of you causes a surge of elemental energy to tether between you for 10 seconds. While the tether persists, you remain in range. Enemies touching the tether take 2140 flame shock or frost damage every 1 second. Effect can occur once every 10 seconds. Really? Okay, so it's a low proc amount, but it's a tether. I mean, it's a 15-meter tether, though. This is going to have to be one that I test. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a ton of damage, but weakness to elements is a free to cast ability. So you cast it for free, and then you get proc damage that hits everybody that you cast it on. So that's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Is built off weakness to elements. So if you could take a look at some of the skills that we haven't highlighted before, you'll get an idea of what
very, very interesting.
What use these things will get, or at least what abilities we're going to be tying into. Oh, actually, I wanted to show the skin.
Look at the outfit you have on, though. That's cool.
Yeah, that outfit. This is the I think Ancient Reach style, or is that what it is?
I like it.
Ancestral Reach style.
I like it.
The style for the arena item sets.
Cool.
So, and I will show off the skin.
Ooh.
So this is the skin you get.
That's cool.
It's important and it makes sense for the story, but I'm not going to tell you how.
Wow. This is the best skin that they've had since Ma.
Do you know what personality you have on your character right now?
I'm sorry. I don't get super excited about some styles, but I haven't seen a good skin style in a long time, and I actually like this one. I actually like this one quite a bit.
So I saw some questions.
It's not just a Ma, Ma of Lorcage knockoff.
Chat was asking, like, hey, does it actually really matter the order that we do these arenas in? And it does. But I don't know how much you want to get into it.
Into the spoiler territory, it can absolutely matter what order you do the arenas in, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
But you'll be able to try it on Monday on
You'll
PTS.
be able to try and figure out what that means on Monday.
I'm sure.
I'm excited.
People are going to dive right in. Get
I'm
started
sure.
with their guides.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting. And like I said, normal and veteran are independent, so you'll be able to start in normal, and it'll save your progress independently, whether you're in veteran or normal. And kind of once you lock yourself into an arena, you're locked into that arena until it's complete, and then you can choose others afterwards.
Did you mention the die that people
I did not mention the die.
Well, there you go. There's a die too.
Yeah, the die is for one of the achievements in the arena, and it is, I think it's the blackest black dye we
our jewelry this time.
There we go. All right. So I will be on the PTS on Monday, and I'm going to do my gear set review like I always do. We're getting a sneak preview. There's a bunch of sets coming out, but if these arena sets are worth running in PvP, I'm going to be diving into some PvE stuff, and I'll probably come out with a guide for, how to beat it and everything, because it's going to be important. Honestly, from the 2 arena sets that they showed, proccing off weakness to elements and off of forward momentum, those are PvP based sets. Those are sets that are going to function in PvP. I think it's super interesting, and I want to. I'm gonna let me. I got to start back at the beginning because I'm pretty excited about this. This is the first time in like 5 years that I have seen sets that basically just all scream PvP. They're all just PvP based sets. And I'm not saying that they're not going to have PvE stuff, guys. They said there's 17 different sets, but all the stuff that they posted on here, and we're going to dive into this set here in a minute. The one functioning off of forward momentum, like that's PvP. That's 100% PvP. The other one, weakness to elements, in a trial or dungeon situation, only one person's running weakness to elements. And oftentimes it's like, the healer, or something like that. So it's like that set is only going to be good on specific mag based set builds. Like, a lot of my Magicka builds, I'm running weakness to elements. So you're telling me I get free proc tether damage in a 1vx situation? Sounds pretty awesome to me. Like, everybody's going to be on top of me. They're not going to try and run away anyway. So I get a free 2k tick on everybody that's on top of me. It's pretty nice, So I think it's really cool that they did all these. Obviously, there's going to be a bow. If you think about the different sets that they're coming out with, like if you look at bow, they already have one proccing off of poison injection. You already have one proccing off magnum shot, off of acid spray. This next one, I mean, they do have one for snipe, but this next one I'm assuming is probably going to be snipe based, which I can already tell you I'll probably be a little bit annoyed by. I'm assuming it's going to be off a snipe, but we'll see what it is. We'll see what the bow one is. Dual wield. What do we have? Steel tornado. No, there you have chaotic whirlwind. Probably flying blade. Is the next one proccing off flying blade? I would assume. And then sword and board would be reverberating bash. I think. Because you have ransack. You have a heroic slash. That's the maelstrom one. The shield one is the asylum. So it's either shield charge or power slam. I think they already have a power slam one, so it could be shield charge. But yeah, so the new arena sets look very interesting. The 2 that they posted, I'm pretty excited about this. But this set, I am so excited about, and I was going to wait until tomorrow, but I'm going to just talk about it now because this is how excited I am for this set. Ring of the Pale Order, a mythic, stamina recovery. Restore 15% of the damage you deal as health. You cannot be healed by anyone but yourself. Okay. This set, I am so excited about, and it's for a few reasons. First of all, it's powerful. I've seen a bunch of people comment about this set, and some people say it's OP, and some people say it sucks, which means it's probably somewhere in the middle. I think it's strong. And the thing is mythics are strong. You have the speed ring, you have Malakath. Obviously, Malakath is really powerful. If you compare this to other mythics, I think this is, if you have to compare it to its peers, right? This is a strong set, but it's a mythic. Mythic items are powerful. And so is it more powerful than other mythics? I don't know, but it's very specifically very niche for what it's going to do. Restore 15% of the damage you deal as health. That's strong. Like that is a lot. But you cannot be healed by anyone but yourself. So this is the first time in this game that I can think of. And if I'm wrong, please call me, provide an example. But I can't think of any other time they have come out with a set that is specifically powerful for solo play, but weaker in group play. Like, if you guys, before this set came out, like pretend we're not talking about this set now, if you could think of any situation where you come up with a build and you're just like, okay, this is better for solo than it is for group play. Oftentimes, like, everything gets group play, you're always just naturally more powerful. You have access to more resources, you have access to more healing, more ultimates. A group stronger than solo play. If somebody in a group runs this, they can't be healed by people in their group, so they're essentially playing solo. And so the onus, if you run this, it's on you to heal yourself, it's on you to defend yourself, it's on you to survive. If you can do that, this is going to be a nice, powerful bonus for you. So I don't see a lot of groups running this because, if you're running in a group with dedicated healers, you're literally taking healers out of play for you. So I don't see those types of builds running it. You're better off stacking damage. You're better off stacking, other sorts of things. But in a solo situation, as long as you're offensive and you're dealing damage, you get this passive healing. And that's where it gets kind of ridiculous. And 15%, a lot of people are going to say that that's not a lot, but like if you look at the Vampire Ultimate, and I've talked about how powerful I think the Vampire Ult is, obviously you gain a ton of max stats. That's the other part of it. But the one that heals you with the bats, if you go in with puncturing sweeps or other damage, I want to say that heals you for 15%. You're almost unkillable, with the Vampire Ult up. Obviously there's an ult attached to that, like the bats are swarming, so you have a bunch of people around you, but you're going to have your normal health, so you will be killable with this, but you're going to be a lot more sturdy, And so in a 1vx situation, when I see this, like I see just so many possibilities for outnumbered play, for people to be able to, just have a little bit more survival when you have people beating on you if you choose to play solo. You look at mag DKs, if you're running Talons and Inhale, the dot Talons, Inhale's already healing you. The damage that it does, if you hit 4 or 5 people, that's a pretty chunky heal for this set. If you look at a Stam Sork with like Hurricane and Caltrops, they already have crit surge, so you have crit surge plus this Hurricane and Caltrops. If 4 or 5 people jump into that, you get the crit surge procs. On top of that, you get this heal too. That's a lot. You look at Templars with sweeps, you look at Templars, jabs, whatever. You look at dot base builds, like looking at Stam DKs with Noxious Breath, just a bunch of AoE dots on a few people, and you're going to have a lot of passive healing coming in. Now you're fighting a bunch of people, like a bunch of people are beating on you. You're still at a disadvantage, but you get, this boost to healing. This is strong. Like I think this is a good set, and I'm definitely going to get it. Like I can't think of a spec that I wouldn't run this on if I was 1vxing. Like I know some people are going to come out and be like, no, why run this when you can run Malakath? And I agree. Malakath is very powerful. Like there are going to be some builds where you're going to choose other mythics. And that's the point. Like I think this can be good on a bunch of different specs, but I don't know if I would run it on every single spec that I run. So my one concern with this, and we're going to have to test it and see how it goes, but dueling will be a little annoying if people are running Pale Order, because people are just going to be naturally more tanky. They're going to have more healing coming in. The more damage you deal, the more healing you get. So if you stack more damage, you're going to take more damage, but this is going to offset it a little bit. It's very unique. It's going to open up some very interesting playstyles. It wouldn't surprise me if this got nerfed because, like I said, it doesn't benefit anybody in a group. Like, honestly, the vast majority of players, the vast majority of you guys watching this, you probably play in a group. There's not many solo players out there. That's just the state of the game, and that's okay. But this does nothing for you. If you're running around in a 2, 3, 4 man group, you're going to look at the set and you're like, well, why take away, the utility of my group? If I'm running with my buddies and one of them, has off heal capabilities, I'm not going to run this set. Why would I run this if I'm running in a group? Even a 2-man, like if one of my buddies is like a Magplar or a Mag DK, like any sort of mag based build, and they can throw me a heal, I'm not going to run this mythic. I just wouldn't do it. But if I'm solo and I'm really willing to do some stupid shit, I would absolutely run this set. So I see this set being powerful in a few different environments, specifically for solo play. I see a lot of people crying about it because, you know, solo players got a buff, you know, with a specific set. But yeah, this is like okay. I know how you guys love my analogies, but Werewolf, you know, I've already talked a little bit about my thoughts on Werewolf. Werewolf is so much better in a group. It makes sense because, you know, packs, you know, whatever. It's so unique and it just gets stronger when you get in a group. This is the exact opposite. Like, this is strong solo, but useless in a group. And I didn't think that this sort of thing would be possible. You know, I didn't think that they could actually come out with a mythic specifically for solo play. But that's what this is. This is a solo play mythic. Now, does this have other benefits? Yeah. I mean, imagine doing Maelstrom Arena. You know, imagine how easy doing something like Maelstrom Arena will be when you have all these dots ticking on people and you just have 15% passive healing. You know, like doing other content, PvE content, you know, without healers is going to be, you know, like if you're doing solo content, like I said, it's going to help. You know, if you're having a hard time surviving, you know, obviously if you're going for score runs and you're doing high damage already, like you're not going to run Ring of the Pale Order, you know, but if you're having a hard time surviving in those arenas, this is going to help you in those spots, you know. So I think it's very interesting. If you're playing an open world, you know, or overland PvE and you're killing bosses, you know, like this is going to help you too. So very, very excited about this set. Very, very unique. We're going to have to test it to see if it's overpowered or not. Honestly, like, I think it's strong. I think it's in line with the other mythics. I think if you nerf it, like, it just doesn't. This is one of those things where it's like, if you nerf this set, like if you make it less than what it is, it's already only impacting a few people. And those few people are playing in a way that, I don't know. I just don't see a reason for it to be nerfed on paper. Like I'll have to test it and see exactly how much healing is coming in, but you're giving up Malakath, you're giving up other mythics that provide powerful bonuses, you're giving up off heals, like you're giving up a lot to run this ring. But if you're solo, this is going to give you a lot of nice healing that you weren't getting before. So yeah, let's leave it at that.
The one I'm showing you now is called the Ring of the Pale Order. You can see it right there. Restore 15% of the damage you deal as health. You cannot be healed by anyone but yourself.
So unique.
In that running theme with our mythic items is they tend to have pretty dramatic effects, and you can use this to replace one of your other 5-piece set bonuses. We think players will find some fun, creative ways to use this.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. Again,
absolutely.
This is all going to be on PTS starting Monday, so people will be able to jump in and start playing with these.
Yeah, for sure.
Ring seems like it might be useful in the arena we just saw.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, since no one else is healing you. So yeah, that kind of leads me into talking about Antiquities. So this is the system we relaunched a built from the ground up activity queue. So what?
I'll provide a link in the description for you guys if you want to go through and watch everything. There was apparently some quality of life changes at the end, but I mostly wanted to talk about the gear sets. So we did that. I don't think there's much else. Like I said, I'll provide a link if you guys want to go back and watch all of it. Mother Sorrow. Apparently, they upgraded and they allowed you to be able to carry more transmute crystals, which is really nice. Lost treasures. Okay, I think that's it. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. The gear sets, you know, the solo arenas geared for PvP. I've been talking about how there should be another Maelstrom, you know, another solo arena. They came out with a solo arena with a cool skin. I'm sorry, guys. I am now a PvE-based YouTube channel. Like, that's what this is. We are going to do some PvE content for the first time in a long time on my channel. I'm pretty sure, because I at least want the skin. You know, I at least want to get the skin. We're going to go through there. I want to get that mythic ring. A few of the other sets are pretty interesting. But yeah, full PTS review on Monday, which is tomorrow. If you guys have any questions or comments, obviously this is just a preview. You know what I know. Like, I just watched this for the first time. I saw the same screenshots. So anything else I can't tell you. But yeah, stay tuned for Monday.